Eugene woman is quilting her way into the hearts and minds of local veterans and their families. KZI 9 News reporter Chinu Her sat down with her today. He is live in the studio with what she does and why she does it. Chinu?
Matt, Bobbie Sanford is her name, and she's the coordinator for the West Central chapter of the organization Quilts of Valor. She's only been involved for about 2 years, but the number of quilts she's made and the hours she's put in far exceeds the short amount of time that she's been doing it. High up in the hills of South Eugene sits Bobbie Sanford's quiet, unassuming home. Once inside, though, the red, white, and blue is hard to miss.
This brings such warmth into my life.
And to add to that is the noise of her sewing machine as she carefully stitches together quilts.
The quilts are presented in person to our vets.
As a part of the national nonprofit Quilt of Valor, Sanford and other volunteers make quilts for combat soldiers and vets.
We do this because we honor their sacrifice to the country. We do this because we want to do this.
And also for a reason that hits a little closer to home.
I am honoring my son. I stayed, of course, stateside when he went overseas and when he was deployed into Saudi.
That's why all the time spent
3 to 6 or 7 weeks to do a quilt.
Quilting and thinking of every sophisticated design.
This is what I like to do.
Is worth it. That's why if you ask Sanford how many quilts she's made and presented, she probably couldn't tell you.
Oh my goodness. I have no idea. Every time I start to keep a journal of all the quilts I've made, then I sit down and start sewing it because I'd rather be sewing.
But if she really had to guess, somewhere between 60 to 80. And along the way, somewhere between all those quilts, she made a friend who shares the same passion in Alaska.
The more I learned about their sacrifices and saw firsthand how they come home, it became more and more important.
We're hoping that the quilt will honor and let them realize that how much we appreciate them and provide them comfort.
Sanford says they've presented over about 100 quilts face-to-face locally, and they are presenting a few this weekend at the First Church of the Nazarene in Eugene on Saturday at 1 o'clock. And if you'd like to get involved or nominate a recipient, head over to KZI.com for more information. Live in the studio, Chinu Her, KZI 9 News.